in the sweet by and by we will meet again.
There's so much pressure to create a certain life, to fit a mold, to reinvent yourself, strive, grind. And if I'm being honest, I haven't really loved my life lately. After pivoting away from overwork and a schedule that wasn't serving our family, I decided to stay home with my daughter. And with this shift, I've found myself a little unsure, maybe even a little lost. A good friend of mine suggested adding creativity into my daily life, and so that's what I'm doing.
Lightning struck me.
I have always loved filmmaking, and I've been a wedding filmmaker for multiple years, and so I thought it could be a great way to see my life in more of an artistic and creative way if I brought filmmaking into more of our daily routine. I am in a phase of relearning. I am learning how to be present in a world of simple fixes and distractions. I'm learning to be more content when it's easy for me to envy others and think my life should reflect the path that isn't mine. I'm learning to let go of things that aren't for me and hold tightly to the things that are. And this is all a work in process. I haven't arrived, I don't have all the answers. But here are some ways that have helped me live in my values, and my hope is that maybe they can give a little light and encouragement to you. I tend to put so many rules and guidelines on my life and think that things need to look a certain way for me to be valued or seem like I'm being productive. But I think especially if you're staying at home, you have just so much flexibility and freedom to make life look how you want it to. I think considering what your personality is, what you look forward to in the week, how you best operate, what is the best fit for your family is so important when considering how to craft your days. Do you need to have a really full calendar? Do you need to have things to look forward to? Are you more of a homebody if you want to just take things slow and cozy? I think all these things are so helpful to consider when deciding what feels like a full, successful life to you. For us and for my daughter, she thrives being outside. She thrives being with other kids. She is a very busy body, and so we try to keep our days somewhat full. So that's anything from having a play date, making a special treat, trying out a new museum. I've also found that inviting my daughter into things and inviting her into the tasks that we are planning on getting done that week has been so helpful in making me slow down and consider her and not just try to get things done despite her, but actually including her in tasks and making her feel important and treasured and like she's part of my day and part of our family has been so important to me in making life just feel enjoyable and not like it's just a to-do list day in and day out. Even something as simple as us doing the dishes together as opposed to me just trying to barrel through and get it done really helps me see the sweetness of our time together and of our day. And instead of something that used to be a big pain point for me of why is she distracting me? Why can't she just be alone for a few minutes? I honestly just pull a chair up and I give her a little scrub brush, and as long as there's nothing dangerous in the sink, she just has the time of her life, and I'm able to get the dishes done. And what would have normally felt like a really stressful, painful moment quickly turn into something that was a sweet memory. In the winter, I can find myself feeling really stuck and discouraged. Our days can feel kind of restricted and like we're stuck inside. And since my daughter does thrive outside so much, I have found that day trips have helped break up our schedule so much. They give me something to look forward to, they give her new experiences, and give us the opportunity to create memories together. This could be a play date with other moms, with yummy treats, warm coffee, good conversation, or it could just be a date day with me and my daughter where we try out a new park or a museum, or even make a Trader Joe's run. We've been bringing the tradition of Sabbath into our home, and this is really just a time from sundown to sundown. We do it Friday night to Saturday night, and it's a time for us to just repair, reset, focus on a good conversation, on hobbies that fill up our souls. We have come from a season of just overwork and house renovations and creating an Airbnb and all these things that have been so fun and so challenging, but we're definitely in a season where we're needing more rest and more repair, and so incorporating Sabbath into our weekly practice helped me to be so much more prepared for the week because I feel like I've actually poured into myself, had quality time with my family, focused on hobbies and just resting, which I feel like is, especially for parents, can feel impossible. And so carving out this time to actually actively focus on resting has just really shifted my perspective on my life. I found that even taking 15-minute pockets of intentional focused rest time during the day can really shift my outlook. I can so easily just jump from task to task and focus on my to-do list until the day's done. I know for me, I need to have a quiet time in the morning, and some mornings that might mean that I have to tell my daughter that I'm going to read while she plays, and it doesn't mean that it's always successful or quiet, but I do know that in order for me to show up well for her, that's something that I can do for myself. And these pockets of time can be whatever best serves you. That can just be sitting down and catching your breath for 15 minutes. It can be playing some really good music that you and your kids enjoy. For us, we've been loving some Nat King Cole lately. It can be finding a magazine you love, or even a hobby that you can do with your kids and invite them into. For us, that has been playing the guitar together, and my daughter's always asking if we can bring it back out. As cliche as it is, I love the saying that you can't pour from an empty cup, because that is just so true, especially as a tired, busy mom. You are spending so much of your day meeting the needs of other people, and it's such a worthwhile task, but it can be really overwhelming. So I have been trying to take intentional time once in a while to just check in with my body and see, am I even meeting my basic needs? I would find myself going through the entire day without even sitting down, without properly fueling my body, with just living off of coffee for most of the day, and that was not serving me. These are just some ideas of things that I've been doing and I found super helpful to incorporate into our daily lives. And it might look different for you, but I do encourage you to take the time to figure out what those things are for you. And just know that you are worthy of taking the time to explore and get to know, and it will only help your relationships and help your kids to see you take that time.